headed
Delta.
for Spain was forced to turn around because of an unfortunate situation.
Negative. It's just a biohazard issue. We've had a passenger who had diarrhea all the way through the airplane. So
All the way through the airplane, he had the diarrhea.
A biohazard incident?
All the way. Breaking news. There is a plane that had to emergency land due to diarrhea.
they want us to come back to Atlanta.
They got to go back. Got to go back
Gotta
to
turn
Atlanta.
back.
All the way through the airplane.
Atlanta, man.
Yeah.
When you're sitting on a plane with no time to explain diarrhea. Diarrhea.
The captain would do that over the fucking thing. Diarrhea.
Sadly, for those passengers, the diarrhea was not contained to the bathroom.
Oh, my goodness.
It happened about 2 hours into the flight.
Imagine you just see that wet. You feel that wetness on your feet because you're like under the chair, the next guy in front of you, and you're just like, why are my feet getting wet?
Did he spill his drink?
Yeah.
Do you ever get like crazy, like when you have like insane diarrhea, right? Where you cannot go more than 10 feet away from the toilet. Your palms are sweaty. You got the flop sweat. You're looking left and right. You're trying to make sure you're not going to trip on anything.
Feel that
Imagine
pressure.
being locked on a plane.
All that pressure build up.
Oh my God, I didn't think about that.
You feel that. Yeah, and the pressure in the air is different. So I don't know what that does to the hole.
You know, when you bring like a bag of chips up into altitude, it puffs up.
Yeah. What happens to your crab?
I'm telling you, dude.
I know within this community, we got some people in the airline, we got some people in the flight world. Let us know if you know.
After making an emergency landing, everybody was transferred to a different plane. Delta says the original plane was deep cleaned.
Who's going,
Like the co-anchor just going,
Thinking about all that diarrhea.
Drop an oxygen mask, shit in that. I would drop anything. I'd be like, dude, to grab a blanket, wrap this guy up. We can't show the video of the actual fly-through. Someone got on their phone of the brown that is on the entire walkway of the plane. Like, the guy was in the back, too.
Yeah.
Because when they probably got to look at that guy, like, send this guy to the back.
Well, it looks
which just means he had to wobble to the front when he was diarrhea-ing.
What looks like is like he was sitting in the back. He went to check the back bathroom, locked, and then he looked at the aisle and was like, ding dong, it was open.
Oh.
Butt squat, hot.
Oh.
And then some
dude.
old lady's like, I gotta get my prescription pills out of my purse. Come on, lady, I got Rhea.
I have to wash my hands because the treats they gave me made my hands all salty.
I don't like the peanuts. They taste iffy.
The bathrooms
Never
were
eat-
taken, so we had to waddle.
Oof, never eat airport Burger King. That's a lesson for today.
Bro, I've read that line. And
So have we.
that's some decent advice right
Airport
there.
McDonald's might have been the worst for me personally of our little travels.
And described the moment as a, quote, medical issue. I also...
Why is he smelling his hand?
You
like-
got I got a sample of it right here in my hand.
Oh, fuck.
Wow, dude. I can't believe that you couldn't just get this guy on the toilet. Like, it was such an emergency, they had to bring him back. They had to stop the plane.
Yeah.
It's a
Well, let's be real.
biohazard emergency.
He's flying from Atlanta to Barcelona, which is more than 10 hours, easily, right?
And Barcelona's on the phone going, don't go, traffic control, don't bring
No
him in.
mas.
Don't bring him in. No,
No mas.
no diarrhea, no caca, no.
El Biohazard?
also heard that people tried to spray
Where did you hear
vanilla.
that? Where did you hear that?
People tried to spray. I would spray anything, dude.
Spray vanilla.
No shields up could have prevented that.
You can't coat that. You
No.
And
can't.
you're reaching in your carry-on, wrapping your head in T-shirts and shit.
I get a
Man.
plastic bag and just hope I just knock myself out.
Jeez, dude.
And we all know
Look at this guy. He's like, I'm done being in the news.
He
I'm done. I quit.
that vanilla doesn't do so I'm just hearing, listen, I'm just
I'd
hearing.
maybe get some kind of drink, cover it in a shirt, and wrap it around my nose, you know? Like, they got drinks and stuff they can hand out. Crackers,
chloroform?
saltines.
Don't worry, everybody. I'm going to pour my pumpkin spice latte in it.
Oh, it's coagulating and mixing together and making a pumpkin spice themed bria.
Oxygen mask would be good. But yeah, I was going to say, where's the guy that pulled the emergency door? He should have been on this plane. Because he could have got rid of the diarrhea, got air it out a little bit.
the old lady
dude,
that
would have
popped the
sprayed
hatch.
everywhere, bro.
Because you know when there's all that brown on the ground and they finally do the emergency landing, you still have to, everyone remain in your seat. And that Rhea is right next to you.
Stewing.
And they
Then
have to
there's
wait. We have to deplane the right way. You can't all just run off. So you're probably sitting in it for like an hour or two.
There's that guy with like no sense of smell, just been watching fucking Norbit on his fucking headset. Watch everybody freaking up. Oh, he slips
It's
in it.
just like, I want to be in Barcelona. Why are we
fuck.
going back to Atlanta?
I want
Barcelona?
tapas.
God damn it.
Hearing what I was told.
Who told you? You know somebody on this plane?
No, but it's
I wish there was an interview with someone on the plane. I would love more of a breakdown of what happened. Like, I'm trying to think of the tools you have at your disposal. I know Chad keeps going in an oxygen mask. That's good. But also the blankets. Like, let's wrap this dude up.
Yeah.
Why is this guy wearing short shorts?
I'm going to Barcelona.
Trying to party in Barcelona. I'd be like, pin him down. You know, when they tied up that one guy that was being rowdy, they'll
yeah.
like duct tape you.
Yeah.
Should duct tape this guy's butt.
Dude, he's probably giving himself an enema getting ready for his trip.
I don't think any amount of duct tape could have concealed the lethal dose of biomass that came from that dude.
I'd have pinned him down. And you imagine the applause you'd get when you're the guy that tackled and duct taped the diarrhea
The real
guy.
heroes.
it's all over the internet. Is that people were trying to spray vanilla, it didn't work. Secretly, I
It's
hope that
all over the internet. His diarrhea, this guy's diarrhea spread so far. It almost made it to Spain, but now it's just going worldwide on the internet. I don't. He might be one of the most. Who's got the most viewed shit in the world? This guy might be up there in the top 10.
He's got the most viral Rhea I can think of in the last.
Blippy, dude.
Oh, then two girls, one
Oh,
cup.
yeah.
But that's debatable if that's.
You ever seen the Blippy video?
Is that real though?
Yes.
That's
How real?
Look up.
Well, no, I
don't
can't do
look
it now.
up,
No, we
but
can't.
if
Do
you
not link
were-
that in chat. You'll be banned.
If you were gonna look it up, you would search Blippy Harlem
Okay, so
Shake.
yeah, don't.
Easy. Lou.
I think I've seen it,
We
but-
can't condone TOS.
I think I've seen that back in the day, but it's goes back to like two girls. Like, is it real? Is it fake?
Dude,
is it
it's real.
is there a hose hidden somewhere?
I mean, it could be.
like a Halloween prop, you know? Like, I don't know if it's real.
I just can't ever let my kid watch that shit after seeing that.
Oh no, they never got rid of him, huh?
Well, he did it before he was Blippy.
Is there?
Oh.
Yeah, but now everyone's talking about that. Is there a new Blippy guy?
Did they move on?
I don't know.
Oh, he's still getting his squirt off, huh?
this person who
Oh, he
had
streams on Twitch?
the emergency
No, it's real, and the dude who made it is in jail, says chat. So they might have got a new Blippy without you even noticing.
Wait, what?
Sometimes they do that. Sometimes you'll be like, oh, Blue's Clues is a new Steve. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Like,
What's he in jail for?
For shitting all over people.
No, he shit on his friend. His friend was sitting down.
You
on
can't
the ground.
shit on your friend. That's assault.
If
Still
you have
against the law.
consent.
Then what is shitting
The
down
dude
the
was
plane?
sitting down in the corner in a bathroom. Like he knew it was coming.
Not like that.
So,
Oh, he knew.
so even with this clip, we can't show you guys because we can't show poop on Twitch. They get really mad.
Thanks, Twitch mods.
Because otherwise, people would be doing subs for craps or something sitting on the John.
Oh, you can do it on Kick, though.
Okay.
I'm sure you could.
But the waddle technique this guy used, there's sprayed brown going all the way down the aisle. You know, if you were getting the aisle seat, you got a little on your shoe,
So,
a
I
little
mean,
on your arm.
This is easily covers like 20 rows of seats.
He made it far.
And
Chad.
I might even be undercutting the number of seats that he's traveled, right?
He made it very far.
At some point, you're blasting off, right? At what point do you just go, all right, I'm just gonna go all out?
Yeah, just stop and just
You
put
know,
it in one spot.
You're already out there.
Yeah.
Why not just drop the brakes?
Would you rather?
Maybe he thought nobody knew. It's just dripping down his pant leg. You know what I mean?
That'd be a jeans on or something.
You know what this actually is? It's like someone's nightmare becoming real life.
Yeah. Honestly, that is my nightmare.
It is.
Yeah.
something like maybe you broke up with your girlfriend over text.
Was this a
like
medical
maybe you
condition?
It's a medical.
Why did they have
This
like,
poor
such
person.
severe diarrhea?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Come on, I thought you guys were the investigative journalists. I want to know like what happened. For
I did
real.
my investigation.
Let's see if there's some other channels that cover it. See if they got any more intel.
Disturbing new details into what forced a Delta Airlines flight from Atlanta.
Oh, come on. This is like prime time chance for you as a news anchor. Do a little, the Dirty D plane, the Dirty Delta. Come on, Chad.
Where were
come
you
up with
on
something.
D-Day?
Where were you on D-Day, Delta Flight Doo-Doo, 69? You get to come up with your own little tagline.
Yeah.
Like they always do for news. You're not going to come up with anything?
Diarrhea
Atlanta to
Delta.
Barcelona.
If this was a
Diarrhea
Southwest
Delta.
flight, they would have just kept going.
Yeah. It would have
Yeah.
stopped.
You would have had to sit in the shit.
Barcelona to turn around. The carrier now saying a passenger on that Friday flight had explosive diarrhea.
Explosive. So that's a real Like if I type explosive, is it like WebMD?
Are we looking at Google Images first?
Explosive diarrhea. All that comes up is
this guy.
This flight.
That's what
I
he's
can't
known
believe
for
it.
now.
Yeah. Health websites list it as explosive.
Also, I want to do a quick PSA. Irritable bowel syndrome is a very, very serious condition that you should probably see a medical expert for.
But I mean, how many medical terms does a doctor, will a doctor use to your face with the word explosive?
I mean,
It's
if
got to
they're
be the only one,
dropping
huh?
nuclear-rhea, then you probably need to wear some Depends.
Like
Is there
there's
such a thing as explosive ejaculation?
no, only diarrhea explodes.
True.
Wow.
Yeah.
Explosive vomiting, I've heard, I think.
I'll search it, Lou. Let's see if it comes up. Explosive vomiting. Projectile.
Projectile.
Damn it, I was close. I was close.
Not only is diarrhea like the funniest, most unfortunate, but it has the most cartoonish name. Isn't that crazy?
All the way through the plane. The pilot reported it was a biohazard. The plane turned around, landed back in Atlanta more than 2 hours
Biohazard.
after its departure.
2 hours after departure. How long till he shit? Like how long were they sitting in it?
Delta says the flight was delayed for over 8 hours and eventually landed in Barcelona on Saturday night.
They still got there. They still got there though.
Come to Barcelona.
They got there covered in shit.
They were 2 hours out, so that was 2 hours back?
Well, they have to circle back, wait for like the people to be like, okay, now everyone can get off the stinky diarrhea-filled plane and get your bags and find a new plane, and then fly to Barcelona.
I wonder if anybody like threw up.
I'm sure people were gagging like crazy and
I would
probably
have
barfing.
I would have thrown up.
If it happened right next to me,
dude, there's no
probably
way.
would have barfed.
I would have added to that.
I have a transcript here.
Yeah.
So this is the pilot talking to the flight attendant.
Okay.
And the pilot says, in the toilet? And he's pressing all the knobs and buttons, and they came up and they said, no, he has diarrhea elsewhere. And he says, well, where did he diarrhea? The flight attendant says, all up and down one of the aisles. So the captain says, like a dog? Like a dog. What kind of color of brown is it? The diarrhea? Question mark? Yeah. I'd say a sort of meaty terracotta, sir.
What the
Definitely a brown leaning red. This isn't real. This can't be real.
This is ChatGPT.
Terracotta pie.
Call Atlanta and tell them to clear the runway. We're coming home fast.
Terracotta.
Terracotta, bro. What the fuck? So if it was a different color, could it have not have been an emergency?
Oh, it's soup green, pea soup green. Nah, we're good.
That's fine.
We don't pull over
That's
if
an
it's
organic
soup.
shit.
Just rub some pillows into it.
Not if it's soup.
Well, it's almost every flyer's worst nightmare, a smell coming from
A smell.
There's a worst nightmare.
Smell.
A smell up in that eyes. Look, she can almost smell it. I'm just
What's wrong,
talking about
Andy?
it.
Got a smell?
What's going on,
It's
Andy?
got two first names. Brian
Andy, are you okay?
Blakely.
What do you got?
a certain part of the plane, making your experience stinky and downright
Stinky doo-doo delta.
unpleasant.
Yeah, but one incident over the weekend forced a plane to have to turn around entirely.
Wow, man. There's a lot of ways that people will try to, do some funny business on a plane. People get nervous, they scream, they make a scene. The deplaning. This might be the only one where I don't know if you get any trouble for this one. This might be
It's a medical emergency.
This might be the safest bet for you to be like, I kind of don't want to go where I'm going, so I'm just gonna end it for everybody and just end it.
Yeah, that will clear a room pretty quick, right?
There's no other way without getting in handcuffs when they land it. This might be the only way.
A Delta flight flying from Atlanta to Barcelona was 2 hours into their journey when
New TikTok challenge. Can you deplane a plane with your diarrhea,
please
with your
don't do
shit?
that.
Oh my God! You know what's gonna happen? People are gonna do the EPCAC challenge.
Jesus. Or the cheese challenge. It happened to you.
I had the cheese challenge and I lost, bro.
You
Sucks.
had a guy clog the toilet because he ate so much cheese,
Well, to be fair, I was a kid.
and they had to deplane.
Yeah.
This might
kid
be it.
goofed up the toilet. Damn. With a 17-pound log of crap cheese.
That's crazy because when you think about it, like airplane toilets hit different. Like they suck like crazy.
Yeah.
So to have a turd that could clog that, it had to be pretty massive.
Just
and
airtight.
They have like mechanics who work on these expensive machines every day. They come and they're like, all right, we'll clear this thing out. You know, these things are built for, 37 golf balls. And then they look and they go, we got to board the plane.
Someone in chat coined the term Diarrhea. I like that a lot.
Nice.
To just go back following a quote-unquote biohazard issue on board.
Biohazard. Fucking
Pilot
zombies.
telling passengers there was, quote, diarrhea all the way throughout the plane, so they had to return to Atlanta to clean the plane. The rest of the passengers
Passenger
and crew
diarrhea
were
all over. Wow.
Oh, I thought this was like his medical wristband. I was like, you're going to out the guy like that? Jesus.
Is this Hippocratic?
able to take another flight the next day. Yikes.
Yikes! She
Damn.
dropped the yikes.
She
on
dropped
him?
a yikes with that face.
Oh no!
She's trying to deplane the show.
Oh no!
Let's see. Anyone else got any more coverage? I want more coverage.
Blair. All right, thank you so much, Amelia. 6:20.
I like Blair's social second. This is cool.
Is this going to be a rolling eyes emoji or a rolling on the floor
Before
laughing
is
emoji?
your time for Blair's social second. If you're having breakfast, give it a break real quick.
All right, Chad, give it a break.
We should probably have done that at the beginning of the VOD.
She gave a warning. I like that.
Are you having a meat chili terracotta special? You might want to chill on that for half a second,
If
okay?
you're woofing down a burrito bowl right now, you might want to hit the brakes.
She's dressed up like a flight attendant, too.
This one was a talker this morning, so we had to do it. Talk about an uncomfortable flight. So here's what went down, y'all. A Delta flight was going from Atlanta to Barcelona when all of a sudden a passenger got what I like to call the bubble guts. Crew members called it
Or bubble gut.
I like the way she calls it that.
Bubbling up. You think this guy had any idea? Diarrhea snuck up on you mid-flight?
So when I saw this on Reddit, I looked at the comments. And
Yeah.
the top comment was, he had a similar experience as this guy. He reached out to Delta the day before. He had food poisoning. He's like, I don't want to be on a plane.
Yeah.
Like, can I change my flight? I don't want to be going back and forth.
I'm squirting.
You know what Delta said? No, we're not going to reschedule your flight. Get on the flight, you fuck.
Wow.
And so then they kicked him in the back of the plane, and he was just shitting all over the plane.
That's the old, we've heard that excuse before.
Exactly, dude.
And then this guy goes, I'll show you, Delta.
Yeah.
He drops a D of his own.
See, Deltarrhea. I mean, that's the excuse I've used a few times. Get out of stuff. You know, high school trouble, quiz, test.
Prove it.
Diarrhea. Hey, you want me to prove it? It's kind of easy to
you
get
don't want to
away
go
with.
to, you know?
Late to work. It works, but you got to not use it all the time.
That's the thing, though, is like people cried diarrhea too many times for the actual guy. The guy that needed it the most,
Didn't get his help.
he got a biohazard instead.
Careful when you cry diarrhea, chat. It is very powerful.
It's not a victimless crime, man.
Yeah, it stopped me from getting fired 2 more times before. It's like, you can't have diarrhea 3 days in a row.
I mean, you can, but you should probably go see a doctor.
3 days. I think you need to get some IV in you.
Cryarrhea? Oh, come on.
Cryarrhea
Jesus
on
Christ.
Deltarrhea.
an onboard medical
Now that's a shitty situation.
issue, which was reportedly a case of, quote, diarrhea all the way through the plane. Imagine that.
All
now
the way
passengers were about 2 hours into the flight
They were 2 hours in.
Yes.
when
They
had
didn't
to
even get into international waters yet.
Oh, no.
They were looking at Newark, New Jersey, and be like, I don't want to land in Jersey.
We got enough
Got 'em.
diarrhea.
turn around the whole plane and just go on back home. In a recording, the pilot told air traffic control this was a biohazard issue. We've had a passenger who's had diarrhea all the way through, so they want us to come back to Atlanta. That's what the pilot said.
All
The
the way
situation was so
through.
crappy, they had to carry.
Crappy. She dropped it. Come on.
Now, here's a question. Do you
It's
think
serious.
he walked up and down the aisle while shitting, or do you think he laid down in the birthing position and just sprayed it all the way down to the front?
So I think it's probably you want to run, but the jogging motion, right? It sloshes the crap up and down your guts, really testing the water levies of your anus.
If you look at the video, which we can't show because it has traces of poop, it seems almost like he had a mound of fabrics.
No,
and
this
he
is-
was dropping them as he was going. No. I see that the stewardesses are laying down stuff.
I see.
But it also seems like he had a couple paper towels, napkins.
You think he was trying to stuff?
I think that's
he
just what
had
they used to try to absorb it.
I think maybe if you're sitting there and you just throw a napkin on it, but it looks kind of like he was trying to stuff his
Trying
own.
to put a Sky Mall
You know, like the hot
magazine up
towels you
there.
can get on a plane?
Yeah.
That's probably what those are, you know.
I mean, if we get a look at the culprit, the poopatrator, I'd maybe be able to give you a more hard answer about what I suspect. How the waddle. Was it a walk? Was it a waddle? Was he going sideways, you know? Could have been a large fellow or
If
fella.
we could find this guy to give us the full story,
Give me the
like
full
and
scoop.
ask me anything.
Do you think he would do like the blurred face with the
No, I
the
need to
redacted
see
voice?
what he looks like. But I would definitely donate to like a GoFundMe.
For his sake, though, I could see him wanting the anonymity of.
I really had to use the bathroom, but the food at the McDonald's or the Delta Airlines really made me have to pre-gaming my Barcelona flight.
Because he still wants to be able to use that excuse to get out of stuff.
Yeah.
Carry the man out on a stretcher.
Now he can actually use the excuse.
Took him out on a stretcher.
Oh, he crapped to death? That's sad.
Took him out on a stretcher.
They took him out on a stretcher.
Jesus Christ.
He shit so hard, I gotta lay down.
Nobody had to push him. He just jettisoned his way out of there, dude. Fucking self-propulsion.
So hard his legs don't work. Oh my God.
They didn't make it to Barcelona until the next day.
Oh.
And there were more than 300 people on that flight. So in Blair's Social Second, I'm asking what has been...
What's been your worst flight experience, chat?
This is a good one for chat.
What has been on Blair's Social Second? We're gonna take her segment over. What's your worst, man? Your absolute worst.
your worst flight experience. Head to
Never
our
been on a
Facebook
flight?
page and
This is probably going to
man.
deter you for the next 20 years, huh?
Trying to think, the worst one. Yours is probably the cheese, right? I mean,
Easily the worst experience of my
deplaning.
life.
Deplaning from the cheese.
Yeah.
We'll share some of the responses coming up in our next half hour.
It's usually a baby crying. I think I've been around like babies crying. It's like,
I've had
this
that.
is tough.
You know, baby crying is, as I get older, it's not that bad. I mean, it's hard because it's like you just want to sleep or you just want to be quiet, and like they just won't stop, and it's just top their lungs. You know.
Oh yeah.
That's rough. But like having your flight canceled is just worse. It's
Uchiha says his dad and him got arrested in a German airport for having safety school scissors.
What?
Can't do that. Germans don't like that. What were you planning to do with these scissors? Shari had bad gas from Panda Express. The extra pressure in the air made her feel like she was going to explode.
See?
God damn.
So I can only imagine what happened to this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Landed so hard your seat popped up off the rail?
Jeez, that would be freaked me out.
Oh, that guy dunked you guys, man. Insane bean dip, made out with some old lady and shared snacks with her. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
But are you calling that your worst experience?
That sounds like that's your only flight experience?
Sitting between both parents, they're smoking.
Flight to Barcelona.
Man, smoking on a plane?
Oh, that's been a long time ago.
Yeah.
Amen, brother.
Motion
GWA.
sickness. Oh, you vomited. Oh, man.
Oh, I can't imagine what that's like.
I get it real bad on boats and car rides if I'm like reading or looking down, but thank God the airplane does not affect me. It feels almost like you're not moving at all.
Do you
I
ever
don't know.
see like the barf bags like in the seat?
Yes.
You look at it and you're like, how can this contain one man-sized barf?
That big? It's like a
There's no
tiny
shot.
bag. No.
You'd have to ask everybody on the plane for their barf bag at some point.
Yeah.
I'd say mine was probably just the long flight. Like it's so long you lose sense of time and who you are, and your body feels weird, and you just start moving weird and making weird noises, and you could tell people losing their minds.
I like living vicariously through airplane freakouts. Never in my life do I ever want to experience someone having a fucking mental breakdown on a plane, but that does sound kind of cool.
That motherfucker back there is not real.
Yeah.
Ear infection. Oh yeah, that did happen
that would
too.
suck, yeah.
That did happen.
Yeah.
The worst of it was not on the plane, but yeah, the pressure though. Oh, and you're in the air. Oh,
Crapping on a
God.
plane's rough. Hey, crapping anywhere in public is rough.
I've never dropped a turd in the air.
Never.
Never had to do that.
I actually don't think I've actually used the restroom on a plane.
Yeah, I'm too scared to like stand up.
I think I just
I've peed.
I think I
before.
deboard before the plane and after.
Yeah,
I've never had a
before.
20-hour flight though, to be fair.
but yeah, when you're in the 20 plus, I still didn't drop a turd because the body locks up, but you got to expel some gas in there for sure, man.
Yeah, the longest flight I've ever been on was like 2 hours. So
Ilya, your dad is in the air. What?
Your dad suffers from diarrhea a lot.
Your dad went to Barcelona, huh?
Well, was in the airline industry. Did he have crazy stories like this?
Oh gosh, I'll have to ask him. He was a flight captain for Southwest,
the pressure on
so
her.
he probably has 20.
It's like, can you top this turd? Can you top this turd? She's like, I don't know.
It's like, how much time do you have?
Years of stories, but I will say I was behind a man who had horrible BO.
Oh, God, I can smell it from here.
Look at his face.
That bow tie.
Oh, it's like a sour. Oh.
My goodness.
Okay. And it was a
My goodness.
very long flight.
That's pretty bad too. Like someone who you could tell hasn't showered in like a month.
Or know what deodorant is.
Oof. Yeah, dude.
So that was a very uncomfortable experience.
Oh, can you imagine? I mean, just imagine. That seems so unrealistic.
My nephew.
I was on a tour bus and there was a lady who just did not shower. And the windows were open. It was a double-decker bus. And dude, I had to legit be like that. And she was in the front and I was at the end. We just knew when we walked by her, like, whoa, did you walk by that lady? And then when she left and got off, we still stayed on. You could still smell it.
I'm thoroughly convinced I had an Uber driver that was a never wiper.
Ooh. Nice.
You know what I'm talking about?
He thinks he's a clean cutter.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
lying to
He
himself.
plays it loose
Dude,
and fast.
it's
It's a turd cutter, you know?
It's so easy to lie to yourself.
He was a pilot.
Toilet paper's a scam.
Try New York City subway in August.
Ooh. Well, I'm glad we're in September.
Delta, and I texted
We the people
him
take
this
the
morning,
prime.
and I said, the crap you guys got to put up.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
He just gave me a little heart back, but the weird.
Gave me a little poop emoji. The crap we deal with.
And I had, March 11th, the pandemic was declared. I was in London, and I got
Is this his diarrhea story?
like one of the last
And I
flights
got a
out
lockdown measure that locked me down for good.
of Heathrow on March 15th, and I'm like, we didn't know what we were dealing with.
Right.
And I'm like, the whole way, when people were coughing, I thought, what is this COVID stuff?
Yeah. I mean, see, and I have
Zombies. It was like on a plane full of zombies.
allergies, and sometimes you get choked up and stuff like that. So it's embarrassing too when you're the one coughing and you're like, I swear I don't have COVID. Everybody's looking kind of like.
I swear it's diarrhea.
I
You know.
swear
Have
I'm
you
not
ever had
leaking
any bad
diarrhea.
experiences, Angela?
I swear it's not me.
All right, but yeah, that was our quick look at the breaking news of this weekend of what had happened.
What had
Thank
really
you-
gone down
thank
in
you,
Barcelona?
Blair, for your social second, for getting us through this diarrhea time.
You know, this makes me. I never want to fly Delta ever again.
Oh, here's some footage of them actually going through it.
Oh,
Oh my God, this is them deplaning. This is the guy with the diarrhea.
oh my God!
Oh my God, everyone brace for impact.
Pray to God.
This is your captain speaking. We've got diarrhea all up and down the plane. I suggest you don't try to run out once we deplane. You will slip. You will fall.
I have to remind people not to hold their breath the entire time. You will pass out.
Oh my God. Yeah! We're in Barcelona. We made it. Hell yeah.
Yeah!
Craziness, man. Make sure you shit before you get on the plane, Chad. Empty the tank, always.
Yeah, it also kind of like you should. It's like you want to have your pre-flight meal ahead of time.
Yeah.
It's before and after, right?
But also, imagine if you were also on this plane and you had diarrhea as well, but that guy's was just a little bit more showy.
Showboating.
So you couldn't even handle yours. You just had to kind of sit on it. Because that guy's out there squirting all the way up and down the aisle. And you're sitting there going, fuck, I got to go too, but I can't complain.
That's when you just kick your dirty underwear into the aisle and be like, it was that guy.
Yeah, you could blame
You
him.
squirt out the side of the aisle. And it was
Poo
his.
envy.
It was his. Little diarrhea flex, trying to out diarrhea your moment. All right, let's move on and play some video games, shall we? Peace out to the VOD.
Thank you guys.